Marcy, good morning.
Hey there, good morning.
More bad news coming out of Hawaii with this volcano. What's going on?
Yeah, 10 more homes were destroyed over the weekend. More fissures just keep opening up, and old ones that have quieted down are starting up again. And the lava flow just really picked up in one of these neighborhoods over the weekend, which is why those homes were lost. We were actually in that area with the National Guard, and as we were heading out, we got these alerts on our phones to evacuate immediately. And the National Guard said that some of the places where we had just been standing were now being overcome by lava. So there were some residents who, even though it was already an evacuation zone, have gone back in. You know, this has been going on now for almost a month. And so people still have their homes. Some of them have just gone back and decided to wait it out. And so the USGS had a drone up in the air monitoring all of the lava flow, and they've used their infrared to pinpoint where people still were, and so that first responders could go in and then go door to door and tell them to get out because the lava was on the way. They actually had to rescue one guy because the lava was coming up his driveway, and the only way out for him at that point was through the back of his house and through the woods, so they had to rescue him. Now about 51 homes, the latest count that we have, destroyed since all of this started.
There's got to be a story of, right, with all of this emergency things going on, they're wasting valuable resources because people refuse to get out. And then when, as you say, the lava's coming up the driveway, only then they want to be saved.
Yeah, and we keep hearing stories like this. There's a guy I met probably a week or so into all of this, and he said, yep, I'm not going anywhere. The only way I'm going to evacuate is when I look out of my door and see the lava coming down the street. And guess what? That happened. He said about a week ago, he was sitting at home, looked outside, and lava was right outside of his door. And he got trapped because, you know, it's not just when lava's coming up your driveway, but the problem is lava's also covering some of the roadways that are the only escape route. And so people are finding themselves cornered and trapped. We've seen some people having to be rescued by air. And, yeah, it's definitely a waste of valuable resources. And they're really trying to drive home the point here that you have to listen to these evacuation orders, but there will always be those people who just make their own decisions and put others at risk as a result.
You often hear that people can't outrun the lava. How fast is the lava flowing down the street?
You can't outrun it. I mean, the fast-moving lava flow that overtook these houses over the weekend, they're saying it was at a fast-walking pace, is how they described it. So you can outrun it, but you can't protect your home. There's nothing you can really do, and if it's covering a roadway, there's really nothing you can do to get out.
Wow. Any word on how long this volcano is going to continue to spew lava?
Geologists have been telling us all along that they have no way of knowing, that it could continue for days, could continue for weeks, or this could go on for months. There's just really no way for them to know. And it's not just, the lava flow that they're not able to predict, but there are also these ash eruptions from the summit of Kileaua that we just keep on seeing. The most recent one sent ash about 12,000 feet into the air, and they're saying that could continue for the foreseeable future as well.
And how many more homes are at risk now?
It all depends on which fissures open. Well, we've seen some of them open up. They're spewing lava really, really powerfully. I mean, we're seeing these geysers going more than 100 feet in the air, and then all of a sudden they stop. And so it really just depends on which ones are firing up, where, and which direction the lava flows. And so they don't really have an estimate of how many homes are at risk, but they have the evacuation order for about 2,000 people, and they're saying that could be expanded just depending on which direction the lava heads in next.
Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News correspondent in Hawaii. Marcy, be safe, and thanks for checking in.